So what is DOM? HTML DOM, Document Object Model. So whenever a boot page is loaded in the browser, it creates the DOM of the page. For each page that gets loaded, DOM is created by the browser, and DOM is nothing but an API which is provided by the browser. So if we talk about the structure of the DOM, it looks something like this. There's a document, okay, and then there's a root element, HTML or anything it can be, and then within the document there is this element head. You must have seen this if you go to Amazon.in and check the so here we don't have that option to view DOM, but I can show you DOM breakpoints. Okay, so something like this. Okay, so this is kind of different elements are there, right? HTML tag is there, and within this this is the body. Okay, so this is all HTML document. DOM, the structure of the DOM is something like this. There's an element which has root element which has the head first, and then within the head there's a title. Within title there's this text, and with the body there are three values: attribute, element, and another element. And this element has this text, and this element has this text. So similar like this we create. Okay, so you must have seen that sometimes we get element not found exception, stale exception. So we say that the element is not present in the HTML DOM, right? So this is how it is. And so what exactly is DOM? DOM is just an API which is available in the form of interface. So there are three types of DOM. First is HTML DOM, then we have XML DOM, then we have Core DOM. Okay, and more if we discuss more about this, okay, the front end of the website, for example, has this is the client. Then we have the DOM, this DOM, as you can see, and then each page has a different DOM. Home page will have its own DOM. Settings page will have its own DOM. Okay, and then across browsers also, each browser will have its own DOM. Chrome will have different DOM for the same page. Firefox will have different DOM. Okay, and then Internet Explorer will have different DOM. So sometimes we say that the DOM of Internet Explorer is not good. There are a lot of stale element exceptions coming. So it's an issue with the DOM, with the browser DOM. So that's why it doesn't load sometimes properly. Okay, many elements do not get loaded in the DOM. That is one of the reasons. 95% the DOMs across different browsers are same. So all the interactions happens through JavaScript. Okay, and which is on front end. So JavaScript, we use JavaScript to use the CRUD APIs, these DOM APIs, to change attributes. It's written right. Change the elements, HTML elements, change HTML attributes of the page. Sometimes you click an element and it changes to red. For example, login. If you click login, it changes color after it gets clicked. So JavaScript is making all those changes for the browser, and then it is doing through these APIs, get, change. Okay, and so then these APIs are then making changes to the HTML DOM. Okay, so they are then making changes to the particular pages. Now the JavaScript is interacting with the DOM. Okay, so that is happening, and we know that each browser has its own DOM. So this is the client, this is the services layer. So before the service layer comes, this all happens. Okay. So sometimes DOM changes. Browsers make many changes to the browser, like IE7, IE8 are some websites are very fast in that, but then IE10 comes and the website gets slower, fast, even more faster. So in that case, it happens, and sometimes DOM doesn't get loaded properly, so we get that stale element exception. Also, some AJAX components also doesn't get loaded. So okay. So JS can change all the elements in the page, attributes, CSS styles. Okay, so that we know, and then we already discussed that each page has a different DOM. Okay, and JS doesn't directly interact with the page. It first interacts with the DOM, and then DOM then further interacts with the page, particular page. Okay, so so interaction with DOM using JavaScript will make changes to the attributes of DOM, like login and all we click, right? So that will make changes to DOM. So whenever the page loads, browser will create a DOM of the page. So for example, if we take this example where we are, once we load, for example, a page, and then there's a list of elements, we store it in the list and we refresh the page. So if we click the element by get list dot this list dot get I dot click, for example, this is not there right now, this third point, to just remove it, we just refresh the page and we will get stale element exception. Why? Because now the new DOM has come once you reload. Okay, so then you have to create this list, and then only you will be able to click in this case. Okay, so Selenium always interacts with the DOM of the page, of any page that it loads. And you may be asked that what are the properties of HTML DOM. So HTML DOM plays with the uh, so plays with the DOM, okay, with the properties of files, attributes, okay, and it can access different methods, and it can perform events also with the help of HTML DOM. Okay, these are the properties. So this is mostly the what we have learned in HTML DOM. So JavaScript interacts with HTML DOM then interacts with pages, and in between you have services, web service layer, which is an API, and then DB. Okay, this is the structure of the DOM. This is how it looks, and it's called document object model. And JavaScript makes changes. See, it can make changes to HTML elements in the page, HTML attributes in the page, CSS styles in the page, can remove existing HTML documents, can add new HTML elements, can react to all existing HTML page. JavaScript can create new HTML events in the page. Okay, these are all the power JavaScript has to create dynamic HTML with this object model, document object model. Okay, again, the DOM is an API, which is interface, the API interface provided by browser. Each browser has its own DOM structure. Okay, so that's it for this video.